Section 30 of The Fables of Pilpay. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Michael McTaggart, Midland, Washington. The Fables of Pilpay, by Anonymous. Translated by Abdullah Ibn al-Muqaffa and Joseph Harris. Fable 22. Two young merchants, the one crafty and the other without deceit. Two young merchants once left their country to travel together upon the account of trade. The one was called Sharpwit, the other Simpleton. These two, in one of their first journeys, by accident found a bag full of money, on which said Sharpwit to his companion, "Traveling, I believe, in truth, is very profitable, but it is also very painful. Therefore, brother, let us be contented with this money which fortune has thrown into our way, without fatiguing ourselves any more." Simpleton, consenting to this, they left off their designs of traveling, and returned both to their lodging. Before they parted, Simpleton bethought himself of dividing what they had found, to the end they might be both at their own liberty. "But," said Sharpwit, "no, brother, believe me, it is much better to put it into a safe place, and every day to take something out of the stock for our occasions, without bringing the whole of our several fortunes into separate danger." To this Simpleton answered that he very well approved of his proposal, and accordingly they hid the money, taking each of them only a small sum for their particular expenses. The next day, however, Sharpwit went where the money lay, and, having taken it away, returned home. On the other hand, Simpleton thought not of going to the hoard while his little stock lasted, but, when he had expended all that he had, he went to Sharpwit's lodging, and, meeting with him, "Come," said he, "let us go together, and take on such another sum as we took out before." "Content," answered Sharpwit, "for I have spent all my stock, and want money." So they went both together, but when they came to the place where the money had been hid, behold, the birds were flown. Sharpwit, on this, threw himself on the ground, tore his hair, rent his clothes, and, weeping to his companion, "Why hast thou dealt so unkindly with thy friend?" said he, "for nobody but you could take away the money, since nobody else knew where it was hid." It was in vain for Simpleton to hear he had not taken it away. The other still feigned to be assured of the contrary, and, wickedly, not contented with robbing his brother of all he had, was for having him lose his life by false accusations, that he might be sure to have no more fear of his finding him out. What will not the wicked thirst after money compel us to? To conclude, at length, they went both before a judge, before whom Sharpwit, after he had related the whole story how they found the money, and how they agreed to hide it, accused Simpleton of having stolen it. The judge called presently for witnesses to prove the robbery, to which Sharpwit replied, "I have no other witnesses but the tree that grows next the place, and I hope God, who is just, will suffer the dumb tree to give testimony of the truth." The judge, admiring to hear the man talk at such a rate, resolved to see the issue of the business, and accepting the tree for a witness, promised the next day to take a walk to the tree and examine it, and so the two merchants went home. In the meantime, Sharpwit told his father the whole story, assuring him withal that he had no hope but in him, when he took the tree for his evidence. "And if you will but act your part," added he, "we shall have the sum which I have taken to ourselves, and as much more from the party accused of this condemnation, which will serve us very well the remainder of our days." His father, on this, asked him what he was to do. "Why, sir," replied the son, "you must go into the tree in the evening, and lie there all night, to the end that when the judge comes betimes in the morning, you may give testimony according to the custom." "O son," said the father, "leave off these schemes of knavery, for though thou mayest deceive men, thou canst never deceive the Almighty, and I am afraid thy fortune will have the same success with that of the frog." End of section 30.